Hello everybody, this is Furniture Bob here, welcome to the 2017 AAA 500 in Phoenix. I'm not sure if this is AAA or the K&N 500 at Phoenix International Raceway as it's known now. And I'm lying down on the bed because I'm too lazy to get up into this properly, and I'm doing this in a very strange fashion. So if you can't see the entirety of my face, that's because of the sausage setup that I'm doing right now, but that doesn't matter right now. What matters is the race review. So I was not really expecting to do a review of this race. Well, I kind of had to anyways, but did I review Texas? I don't think so. I think I did. I'm not. Yeah, I did review Texas, and now it's on to review Phoenix because Phoenix was a very chaotic race indeed, much chaos indeed. Um, Chase Elliott was able to get some revenge back on Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin eventually blew a tire after Chase Elliott rubbed him a bit, and then eventually Denny Hamlin blew a tire, crashed, and came 36th in the race. Kind of serves him right for what he did to Chase Elliott in Martinsville. Yep. No. All the Chase Elliott fans were very angry at Denny Hamlin after he spun Chase Elliott at Martinsville, and once again, Chase Elliott once again this year. Chase Elliott in a position to win the race, and then he gets overtaken, like with 10 laps to go. I don't know. It's like Chase Elliott has the ability to get into the lead, except Chase Elliott now needs to learn the abilities of keeping the lead until the checkered flag, because man, multiple times this season now Chase Elliott has been in a position to win the race, and then he comes runner up because of some sausage or something. Or oh my goodness, I just feel like I don't have any luck with Chase Elliott anymore. And I'm sure that Chase Elliott will have a very successful career, just like his daddy, and Jeff Gordon, and possibly Jimmy Johnson. But Chase Elliott, come on, man, what is going on? So I really hope Chase Elliott can eventually pull off a win at some point in the future. That light is really getting to my eyes now. I should stop doing this business in this position. Salsagiri is occurring, but salsagiri is always occurring on this channel, as you know by now if you're a long-time subscriber. What else? So I think I should talk about the individual stages now. So stage one was, stage one was actually pretty good. Got some interesting action happening in stage one, and then Denny Hamlin pulled away and won stage one. Then stage two was pretty dull, to be honest. Not really much happened in stage two, and Denny Hamlin pretty much dominated throughout the whole entire thing. And then, but stage one was pretty good, and then stage three was where all the action started. Yep, stage three was the stage where we had to, go for it, really. This was the stage where Chase Elliott was able to get successful revenge back on Denny Hamlin after Martinsville, and he did. Let's see, several drivers crashed. Chris Buescher had another accident, but Chris Buescher, even though he's won the 2015 Xfinity Series championship, I think Chris Buescher might want to go back to Xfinity Series, considering that the only equipment that I can ever get in the Cup Series is rubbish stuff. 2016 he was at Go Fast Racing, 2017 he was at JTG, and he's probably going to be back at JTG in 2018, Chris Buescher. But if I was Chris Buescher, I would do what Justin Allgaier did and Michael Lennett and just go back to Xfinity, considering that the equipment that I would get in the Cup Series is very slow. Like, for example, Justin Allgaier and Michael Lennett, both of them had slow equipment in the Cup Series, so they just went back to Xfinity and to Junior Motorsports, and to be honest, I would do the same thing. So, yeah, maybe Chris Buescher can take over the 9 at Junior Motorsports in the Xfinity Series and do that. Well, I did say that Chris Buescher will most likely be back at JTG, and I do see that as a pretty good possibility, but there is also the possibility of Chris Buescher going to the number 9 that William Byron drove when he was in Xfinity Series years, and then maybe when Jimmy Johnson retires and I don't know. If Jimmy Johnson were to retire, then maybe Chris Buescher could take his ride. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Because Jimmy Johnson is officially going to be the driver of the 48 for another 5 years. His contract was extended until 2022, which is understandable because Jimmy Johnson, he's, even though he's old, even though he's been in racing since 2003, I think it was, or 2002, I'm not entirely sure, in the Cup Series, maybe before that in Xfinity. Jimmy Johnson, he still has a lot of power left in him, and even though Jimmy Johnson couldn't do so well this year during the playoffs, and I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve, and I'm sure that Chase Elliott, yeah, I'm sure that Jimmy Johnson will be back next year to win some more races, and eventually an 8th title being the most of any titles in the history of NASCAR. Yeah. You gotta admit, Jimmy Johnson, he is one powerful driver. So there's that. Yeah, I'm being a bit off topic about Chris Buescher. Anyways, yeah, back to the race. And Chase Elliott was leading for several laps, and then he hit a piece of metal on the track. It slowed his momentum down, and Matt Kenseth overtakes Chase Elliott and wins at Phoenix. And I'm happy for Matt Kenseth, and now it's been confirmed that Matt Kenseth will officially be going on a hiatus and will not run the Daytona 500 next year and will not have a ride in 2018 straight out of the box. So we'll have to hope that either Matt Kenseth either gets a top tier ride somewhere, or at least a mid tier ride where Matt Kenseth can do something, or just retire altogether and do something else. Because right now we're going through a period of time where a bunch of old drivers are being phased out and new drivers are coming in and taking over the places. It's like as of recently, it's happening so much in the world of NASCAR. Like, so many new drivers are coming in to replace these old legends. Like, for example, Jeff Gordon was replaced by Chase Elliott. Carl Lewis was replaced by Daniel Suarez. Eric Jones has come in. Eric Jones hasn't really replaced anybody, but now next year he's going to be replacing Kenseth at JGR. And you've got Bubba Wallace, if that counts. Although Bubba Wallace isn't really replacing Almirola, considering that Almirola is going to Stewart Haas Racing next year. What else? The list goes on, really. There's more if you look hard enough. But, yep. There you go. So that's pretty much my thoughts on that's pretty much my review of the race. Overall, this race in Phoenix was great. Definitely some stuff we're talking about, as I have talked about in this episode. Up next is Championship Weekend, the finale of the NASCAR season. Man, 2017 has been a pretty good year for NASCAR, but 2018 is going to be even better. 2018, we've got... Well, I'm really excited for 2018. Like, 2018, we've got a new era at Hendrick Motorsports. We've got a brand new track coming onto the schedule, which is the Charlotte Roval. You've got... Actually, that's all... There was way more new stuff coming in 20... I don't know. You get the point, It's going to be the first season where Danica isn't running a race. So that's something, at least, unless Danica can get a ride at maybe a low-tier car or something. I don't know. But, yeah, unless Danica Patrick can find a ride somewhere, it's going to be the first season where Danica Patrick isn't running a race. And we haven't seen that since 2011, I think. Or some reason, like, I remember Danica ran part-time in 2012 and then full-time in 2013. But, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Danica in 2018. I doubt she's going to get a ride, because she's terrible at driving, to be honest. Danica, everyone knows this by now, and Danica has been driving this, you get the point. Danica is in the same equipment that Kevin Harvick was taking to... Kevin Harvick could be taking to a championship this year, and your Danica is just... I don't know. Stewart Haas Racing hasn't been that dominant this year. Yep, I knew Stewart Haas's move to Ford was a bad idea. And, Stewart Haas only has 3 wins this year. Well, possibly 4 if one of them wins at Homestead. But 3 as of right now compared to about a good 5 or 6 or possibly 7 in 2016. I'm not entirely sure how many races Stewart Haas Racing won in 2016, but more than this year, that's for sure. But no, that's all I have to talk about for this review. I shall do a full-on review of the championship weekend. Speaking of championship weekend, no live streams this weekend. Well, there's going to be a live stream tomorrow and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. They've got no live streams on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday because, well, again, championship weekend. And championship weekend means no live streams and other things. So, there you go. But other than that, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And, number one thing I should mention is that even after championship weekend happens, I still have some ideas for some NASCAR type videos. Like, I'm planning on doing a video about if I ran NASCAR. Like, if I was the president of NASCAR, what would I change? I'm thinking about doing a video with regards to that. And also, I'll be doing the video which gives out the results to my the predictions results video. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna be doing. Other than that, yeah, that's all I have to talk about for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully we'll be back soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.